here we are again for some reason.
Yep, for no reason. Just because we want to be.
Yes, exactly. So welcome to what is now night 4 of HeelerZ bullshit sessions, whatever they are.
Yeah. And that was our hit of our little green e-cig, right?
Need a sip of beer.
Oh yeah. Feel the burps coming out already, Tom.
Yeah, no doubt. Do another one of these green e-cigs.
Okay.
Realized that was pretty loud. I forgot to turn down the iTunes volume.
Son of a bitch. That's why we're always trying to stress the fact, or, just let people at least be aware of the fact that we know that we fuck up all the time.
Yeah, well, even if we didn't tell them, they, well, and if anybody listened to this, that is,
Yeah.
they would hear us fucking up anyway. It's not like we have to announce it as if they couldn't notice it anyway.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, man, so intro sound, or you want to, just in case, like for those of you tuning in case you don't know, in case you care.
Yeah, just in case you care. Just in case, we're getting good ratings here.
Yeah. All right, so,
Go for it.
all right, can you burp for us first?
Sure thing.
Thanks, man. Okay. So, I am Jamie Robin Richardson, and I'm here with who are you, Zon?
Zon Martin Richardson. And BeanZ LovE Richardson, we're here with her, our canine companion hero. She's here, but she's in the other room right now, of course.
Yeah, I think our music, I don't know. I think we drive her away sometimes. It's got to be annoying. I mean, this is BeanZ's life every night. She listens to us talking to herself and trying to, either that or trying to do work on making songs. And she hears the same fucking songs a million times over and over. Oh my god, our poor baby,
Yeah, no shit. Poor baby.
I'm gonna hit this one more time, then.
Alright.
There you go. It seems like we're hitting it a lot, which,
Yeah, we don't really hit that shit like we used to. I mean, we still do it daily, but it's like we do a crumb or two at a time. Sometimes at night it's maybe an extra crumb or two, but
Yeah, so that's why, we just, lit that a couple times within the last minute or two, so.
Yeah.
Okay, Zon, so, what did we forget to do last night? That's all tonight's, rant is about, and bullshit session. Maybe we should call it that. Pause, Zon. Because it goes right to the next song on that album. By the way, that was a HeelerZ song called Circumstance. It's off of our latest album, Chemistry and Circumstance, that we just released in 2018 this year of 2018, in about mid-July. Anyhow, I just wanted to say this before I forget. Maybe tonight's thing could be called something like leftoverS rant, or
Yeah, what we forgot last night, the leftovers, or
yeah,
or what was the other thing? Reminder rant or something like that, right?
yeah. So and do the beer count real quick.
Beer count, let's see, shit. Well, we tried a new beer tonight. It's a beer called Two Hats. We'd never seen it before. And today we decided we're gonna stop after work because we had to get some other things anyway, and at the gas station, so get some beer. We thought maybe we'll just get like a 6-pack of just something different, something weird, either something we had a long time ago, but haven't had for a long time, or maybe just something we've never had. So we found this beer called Two Hats, and it's a lime flavored beer, and they also have a pineapple one, and it's light beer. It's
What was the slogan?
It was something like light crisp beer.
Crisp. There's another one of those funny words. Crisp beer. Crisp. Just,
I know. Crisp, nice and crispy beer. How do you like your beer? Creamy or crispy?
Maybe a little of both, man. Which is probably the idea. Anyhow, man. Let's get on with what we're supposed to do here, Zon.
Alright, so yeah, the forgotten rant. Maybe that's another name for it. The either reminder, and I don't know if it should be called rant. Sometimes, I don't know, like that. Sometimes that word just kind of bugs me. I don't know why. I mean, it's a word. We use it because it makes sense, but I don't know if I really even like the sound of it. I don't know.
Rant. Yeah, it does. I don't know. Well, we even going back a year or two in our talking sessions, whatever we want to call them here. I think we were talking about that before. Like, what do we call these fucking things? We were trying to come up with our own word, right? Like vent, or even though vent is already a word, you know, we haven't really developed that yet. Maybe that's something we can try and work on again. You know.
Yeah, and we recorded it right here, so at 6:45, here's the idea of that. We'll maybe try to get back to that. Again, you know, we hate to be repetitive, but you know, this recording helps us. Doing these recordings, we listen to them back, and it reminds us of shit. You know, it just sometimes helps.
Yeah, sometimes helps. Sometimes it reminds us of shit that didn't mean anything anyway, so it's meaningless. But either it helps or it's at least entertaining, right?
Yeah, we get something out of it either way. And you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
We have that going for us, which is nice.
Thanks, Bill Murray.
Problem, man. All right, so going back to the fact that we forget stuff, we listen back, and then so we try to like I say, leftovers. Maybe, you know, tonight is last night's leftovers.
Yeah, pretty much. Because there was some of that political crap that we forgot to say too.
Yeah, we'll listen to, like I said, we listen to the things back, and then the next day we listen to them back, and then shit, I think the more we do this, we get a little better at it, maybe.
Maybe a little, but it's probably just because, like, actually it kind of gives our memory a practice. It makes our memory get some practice, as bad as it may be. You know, as many green e-cigs as we smoke, and as many, which actually isn't that much these days, but as many beers as we still kind of drink a lot of the beers, you know. So it's not good for memory, man.
No, none of this shit really is, but so it does kind of help us exercise our memory, regardless of how bad it already is. It does help. It really does help that.
Yeah. Well, it does help to record it. That's the only way we remember it, right?
Yeah, but then we expand on it the next day. So maybe we really don't remember anything. But, you know, except just by hearing what we recorded last night the next day. Same thing with when we're working on doing songs.
Yeah, no shit.
So anyway, the thing we forgot last night, well, there's a lot of things. Last night, all right. You want to say it?
No, I'm just laughing about it.
All right. So last night I was going to do a weather report. I'm like, okay, here's the weather report, and we never even did it. So after we recorded last night's thing, we listened back to it, and we're like, oh, fuck. We literally, it was like 5 seconds after you said it, that you said, oh, okay, let's do the weather report. And we just never did it. We just, bam, like it said, there goes our memory, like that fast. Within a matter of seconds, it's gone. So we almost have to do these sessions, you know. We almost have to do it for ourselves. Not just because it's entertaining, but because, like, it helps. Like, we really need the mental exercise in our memory muscle, or what's left of it. Yeah, we have nothing. We don't have any muscle anyway. We're we live in this old boy, right?
Yeah, this old boy who is a small boy, a small old boy, and never was strong or big or anything, and now getting older and even more frail, and just hunching over, and oh god, this puny little thing. So we have to live in that, and so that's all we have to keep that going. If we don't keep that going, we don't keep this going.
Exactly.
So anyway, we forgot the weather last night, Don, so let's do the weather.
Okay, so here we are. It's 10:30 and 20 seconds p.m. I don't know if we even mentioned the date so far. We're 10 and a half minutes into this damn thing. Did we even mention the day and time yet?
I don't know. And we've had this question before.
We've forgotten this before.
Yeah.
Alright, it's 10:30 and 35 seconds p.m. Thursday, November 8th, 2018. And the weather is... We're waiting for the computer. I'm sure you heard that. The microphone picks up almost everything here.
Yeah, you can hear the furnace running, the fridge running, and the computer waking up, and it still hasn't opened the damn windows, huh?
Come on.
Come on.
Right. It is. Okay, now, here's the weather report for Thursday, November 8th, 2018. It is right now 34 degrees. And that's the weather.
That's really all we ever did anyway. We're so worried about forgetting to do the weather last night, Tom. We just now realized most of the time when we do it, all we do is get the temperature anyway because...
Yeah, because we can open up the weather channel and give you the whole thing if you want, but... it's 34 degrees. It's been cloudy like every day for the last couple of weeks, damn near.
Yeah. Yeah, like, okay, here's our own weather report, right? Like, okay, it actually is 34 according to our internet here, but also... That's all we know for sure, or at least that they think they know for sure.
Yeah, the weather, being a weather person is the only job where you can be wrong and still keep a job.
Yeah, no shit.
But from our own observations, here's the HeelerZ weather right now. In sunny Death Street or something.
Yeah.
Well, it's been cloudy for a couple of weeks. Not too much sun, maybe a tad of it here and there, but not much. It's 34 degrees right now. We know that. And, the high today was 39. Wow. That's a fact, too. I've read that off the internet. Well, that's a fact from the internet. We don't know if the internet's right or the weather thing is right. Again, we just talked about that.
Right.
But, sip of beer.
Yeah. Okay, and they heard it.
Get up.
You can get on me. Yeah, I needed that. You're right.
Yeah, we'll just do it to each other. One of us fucks up, the other one get up.
Yeah. Oh shit.
All right. So anyhow, and also it's been looking like it was going to rain, but it hasn't really. We had some, like last week we had a lot of rain, and since the beginning of this week we've had pretty much nothing, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's rained at all since like Sunday it rained, because Saturday we did yard work.
Oh yeah, luckily. One of the few times we had good timing, because usually life is a series of bad timings. It's almost all a series of that, but once in a blue moon, I guess they throw you a little bone,
Yeah. Yeah, so we got a whole bunch of leaves done and stuff outside last Saturday. And then by Saturday night it was starting to rain a little bit, and then like Sunday it just rained all fucking day, so.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay, so anyhow, son, what do you want to talk about now?
Well, we got some topics here, don't we?
Yeah. Do you want to plug, not really plug, but just talk about our new shit that's coming out?
Yeah, we got, as far as HeelerZ music goes, we don't have a full album done yet. I mean, we just put that last one out in the middle of July, so it's been, 4 months or so?
Let's see. August, September, October, yeah, 4 months.
Yeah, so 4 months, we got, actually four new songs. So we're not sure yet. We were thinking about just releasing them as an EP. We're not sure if we're going to do that or not, or just wait, because we always like to get something out by December for Christmas for some reason. It's just something we like to do.
Yeah.
And so we don't know if we're gonna do that, because there's no way we're gonna get a whole full album done in another month and a half.
Yeah.
So either we're gonna put those out or just wait. I don't know. We haven't decided that yet. But we do have 4 new songs. So far the album's gonna be called Tempo of the Night. that may still change, but as of right now, that's what it's going to be. We might end up doing a tempo of the night 1 and 2, like the anxiety thing. I don't know.
Yeah, and we might do that, and we wouldn't do it like just because we wouldn't do it for the same reason. The reason we split up anxiety was because the old computer crashed, and we had a delay and had to start over and get a new computer and get all that going again.
Right. This time we're just running out of time, and really we're ahead of the game here. I mean, it's just that Chemistry and Circumstance should have been the album that we released this December, but we got it done so early. Fuck it, what else we got to do? It's not like we really actually sell this stuff. All we do is put it out, YouTube and stuff, and tell people on Facebook and hope they listen to it. And, we get, 2 or 3 people maybe check it out. Maybe. So, what can I tell you? It's our hobby. That's mostly why we do it. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't be worth 1 or 2 people listening to it if we didn't just like to do it in the first place.
No, well, maybe it would. If we reach 1 person's on, it's still cool.
That's true. I guess, yeah, you're right. Should appreciate it more. I'm sorry I sounded like an asshole.
No, it's just, I mean, we're lucky. We're lucky that even 1 person would listen to it, even for 10 seconds or 1 second. I mean, we could be getting absolutely 0 here. We've gotten a little bit more than 0.
Yeah, no shit. You're right. All right, so, geez. I'm looking at the list here, and it's like, God, some of these things are like things that piss us off, but we're not really pissed off right now, right?
Yeah. So how do we go into this? How about this, son? Why don't we just slam this beer? I think this is beer 3. Oh, shit. We didn't even figure out the beer count yet.
Oh, shit. All right, so we tried that new beer, right? The Two Hats beer, the lime light crisp beer. We started talking about that and then forgot, so let's get back to that real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're 16-ounce beers, though, and they're like 4.2% alcohol, which is average. Just an average for a regular beer.
Yeah, not malt liquor, nothing but regular beer.
Yeah. So we drank that, so that's a 16-ounce, so that's 4 ounces more, so that's a third of another regular-sized 12-ounce beer. Hey, geometry and shit.
It's the only thing math-wise we've ever figured out.
Yeah. Yeah, geometry actually was a little easier than all that algebra, numbers and letters and shit, for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, we drank that, and then we drank, I think we drank another Busch, so we're at like 2 1/3 beer, and we're on the 3rd one actually, so by the time this one's done, that's 3 1/3 beer. Beers. It's, it's one of those plural things that still does include the S.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, no, like 2 pair. I always thought that sounded weird. Like people say 2 pair, that's technically how you're supposed to say it without the S at the end of the word pair, and it's still plural. To me, if it would, like we were kids, we still thought that sounded weird. And to this day, we still say 2 pairs, even though we know it's improper grammar.
Yeah, and it's funny because we try to tune into like spelling and good grammar, because that was one of like the very few, maybe the only thing that we thought we weren't too bad at back when we were in grade school and stuff. Like we didn't do too bad on spelling tests,
Yeah, we got like some B's and a couple of A's even on spelling tests. That was like the one thing, that we weren't getting, C minuses at best, if not F's or D minuses,
Yeah, D plus. We were happy with D pluses in a lot of subjects, But spelling was like one thing that we thought, we weren't too horrible at. And we always still like had the self-defecation thing where like, yeah, we suck at everything, But we did notice that, like spelling wasn't like, okay, we weren't really good at anything, but spelling wasn't the thing we were the worst at.
Yeah, right.
Sip of beer.
All right.
Burp time.
Rowl.
A rowl burp.
Yes, rowl. That was the word used for that burp. Sometimes, we talked last night about how we have burp words. We talked about G-Man with all that burp talking. We probably got that from her.
Yeah.
But sometimes we just use words. We just like say like okay.
Yeah, but like sometimes we just make up words. Just mostly it's because of the way the burp sounds. Just sometimes just how they come out ends up being like a word. It may not have a definition, you know, if there's like no meaning to this word, it's just a sound. But I mean, that's how words get invented in the first place, right?
Yeah, words are just a sound, and then someone figured out how to a formula to spell that word, and it's just a sound, and then they assign a definition to it, and it's a word.
Yeah, that's really it. So maybe some of those burp words really do mean something.
Well, they do. They all just mean we're burping.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so one of us needs to run to the sink to give us a reminder of how much beer we've had so we can get that straight, and then let's move on with our next subject here, John.
All right. I'll go.
You go. Sorry.
Don't be sorry, man. It's always funny.
To us it is, yeah.
All right. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll be right here.
Okay. All right. Looks like
What?
looks like we just are on our third beer now.
All right, so by the end of this beer, it's like 3 1/3.
Yeah, we had that one tall boy 16 ounce and then one bush after that.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if we had like the tall boy and then like 2 bushes after that.
No, just there's the one tall boy in there and then one empty can of bush.
Okay, cool. Come back here.
All right.
Oh, thanks, man. I was feeling that one coming on.
Yeah, I know you were. So was I. That's why I let it go.
Thanks a million. Do you want to do a little more of this little crumb of the e-cig? Green e-cig. Green e-cig. That's what we should call it, you know. When we're like smoking, you know, that could be code, you know. It's a green e-cig.
Yeah, but we already like admitted it's code, so people already know.
Yeah, well, what can I tell you? You know, what can I tell you? It's Jamie Zahn sitting here with the greenie cig, and nobody knows.
No. Something like that.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. So we need to get pissed off for a minute here, Zahn. So we should let's do a song real quick. We're almost 23 minutes in. It's 11:42 and 48 seconds p.m. Thursday, sorry, talking too fast. November 8th, 2018, and I'm not sorry.
Hey, you caught yourself.
Yeah, you know, we need to try that.
All right.
Let's pick a song, Zahn. Let's play a tune here. Maybe just, I don't know. Well, do we do one of ours and we can not talk for a minute, or somebody else's and we gotta keep talking?
Let's do one of ours because I think a pee break is coming on. I mean,
coming on. Oh, a pee is coming on.
Yeah.
All right. Let's pick something quickly, and nothing too. Okay. Here's a song called "In the Dark, in the Night We Write." It's off our last album, Chemistry and Circumstance, from 2018. It was a song we did. It's a mellow tune. It's about it's just about what we do, literally. Like the title is literally about what we do. We just
sit here in the dark of the night. We got Christmas lights on, so it's not like all the way dark. You know, it's nighttime. It's pretty dark. It's dim, and we write shit. We try to.
Yeah, create shit, do music. We're trying kind of, you know, or rants, like, you know, or, you know, whatever word we're gonna make up instead of rant.
Yeah, we still got to work on that.
Yeah. But it's just about what we do. We sit here and do bullshit sessions and come up with shit, you know, and like be a loner and do this stuff. It's what we do. So here we go. In the dark of the night, we write. We'll be right back.
We write in the dark in the night. For some reason we find for this pastime that gives to our darkness just a little light. while living in solitude. Seems to smooth over the truth. The real world that is so crude. Sitting here with the flag staring as we contemplate if there's any photo.
All right, that is much better.
Hell yeah. So right now we're sitting in the dim light. Actually, we turned a little bit more light on just so we could like read our notes and shit.
Yeah.
Alright, slam that rest of that beer.
We already are.
We already are.
Sorry. I got a burp.
Go. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Too late, I already did.
Oh well.
There's something we noticed last night, or not just last night, but we noticed this actually a bunch of times, but we never really mentioned it. When you get another thing you can hear is like a lot of times you can hear us like when we're talking and then we stop to take a breath of air. You can hear us like wheezing, and it's like, man, is it just the wheezing you're hearing us do, or can you actually like hear us dying?
That sounds, you can hear the sound of us dying. Like maybe that is the sound of us dying, or slowly or starting to.
Yeah, like see how many more of these sessions we can do before or we can't do them, man. We're dead.
Yeah. Need another beer.
Okay. All right, we got time to do that.
Want to go together?
Yeah, we'll just, no disclaimer bullshit here. It's our own song, so.
Yeah, we let it play.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if, like, they actually detected HeelerZ.
Yeah, what the fuck? That would be, I don't even know how all that shit works, but that would be funny.
Yeah.
Oh, we just both grabbed a beer.
Yes, we did.
And by the way, Zon, I think the only way that works is like we'd have to have copyrighted shit in the first place.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's how smart we are.
Yeah. Yeah, like we figured it out. No, we didn't. We didn't even figure it out. Okay, so it was called In the Dark in the Night We Ride by HeelerZ off our 2018 album, summer 2018 album, Chemistry and Circumstance. Available nowhere except here.
No, it's available nowhere. I think we mentioned this already. Our friend Deborah Bowen with her band BeanZ, I think we're saying that right.
I hope we are.
But I think we said this, but she asked us if we had any music for sale online, and we're like, well, no.
We're like, no, why? Why would we? We can't, we can't get people to listen to shit for free. Why the hell why would anybody buy it?
Yeah. And there's a million fucking bands everywhere trying to do the same thing,
Well, kind of. Most of those bands are actually like bands, with band members, and some of them are solo, but most of them have at least one other member, or two or three or four or five, Electric Six,
Yeah.
No. That go out and do gigs and play in front of people. I know we talk about it before. We're not doing that, man. We're just sitting here making noise. All we want to do is sit in this front room, in this one room, and make noise, and that's, if people like it, that's awesome. But if not, we entertain ourselves either way.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, we mentioned that too many times, I know. All right, Tom, we gotta get pissed off, man.
All right, let's bring this up and get it out of the fucking way here. We don't want to mention names, of course, but there's a guy named Dave that we worked with for the last 23 years. And 24 years, now almost 24, right?
Yeah. Next month is 24 years, man. December 5th is 24-year anniversary since we started on our job. We've been there quite a while.
Yeah. We're definitely an old-timer by now.
Hell yeah.
All right, so, gotta burp real quick.
No. I'm just so curious as to how that's going to sound now.
I know. I don't know. What the hell I was thinking? I got to burp. For some reason, I held the can up to my mouth and burped into one of the beer cans. An empty beer can,
Yeah.
And, so I don't even, that sounded weird here. I just can't wait. Like you said, I'm excited too. I am excited as well to hear this back later and see what that fucking sounded like.
Jeez. Yeah. All right, man. Let's do the Dave thing.
All right. So this guy Dave we work with, up until last December, actually, at that point we knew him 23 years. As far as we know, he was, for the most part, a really cool guy. We got along with him fine. We joked around with him. Good guy. Nice guy. You could talk to him. You could laugh with him. Definitely someone that we thought was one of the cool people there where we work. And well, the only thing is, a couple of years before this incident that happened last year, he had mentioned some things like, way years back. To be honest, okay, I remember this. Years back, he always just seemed totally cool. Like, he just got along with anybody, nice, easygoing guy. Good person,
Yeah.
And, I remember this is probably already 10 years ago or so. I remember him saying one day something about the neighborhood he lives in, and there's more black people there now, and these kids are causing trouble, and it's not just kids, it's these black kids, and you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. And one day he's, like 10 years ago, he said something like, I don't know, I might be starting to feel differently about, black people, whatever, like, it's like, what are you, starting to be racist? Which I don't understand. I think how can you, to me, it's either you are or you're not, that's just so confusing to me.
Yeah, like, how do you develop a racism? I mean, okay, so all of a sudden you have some troublemakers in your neighborhood, but the thing is, okay, you got some troublemaking kids in the neighborhood, okay? Now you can look at that two ways. Like, okay, they're kids, they're juveniles, whatever, they're troublemakers. Or you can start going, they're troublemakers because of what they look like, not just because they're troublemakers. Or, and also you don't know where these people came from. You don't know what their background is. I'm not saying it's good to do what they do, but it's not good to cause trouble and break people's fucking windshields and shit. But you don't know what these kids grew up with either,
Yeah, right. I mean, they may have not had the best examples, but too many people start blaming it on race and shit like that, and that's the fucking problem. Morgan Freeman said, "You want to end racism? Stop fucking talking about it."
Yeah, really, that's it. Somebody brings it up. Somebody notices it and goes, I mean, you could bring up differences. Sometimes things are just funny, Oh, look, these people in this country wear these funny hats. We're not, you're not making fun of those people. It's just the hats look funny, and those are the people that wear them, and that's what you're laughing at. you're not hating those people. You know, there's a difference with that. You know.
Exactly. When, you know, right. I mean, so you start blaming people for doing bad things because of what they look like, not because they wear funny hats either.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, funny hats or the way they wear hats, which side the hat's on or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Let's pop this beer open.
This is beer 4, right?
We have 3 1/3 in us. When we're done with this one, it'll be 4 1/3.
Okay. Man, it feels like more, though.
I know. That's good. That's kind of good and bad, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, maybe it's good because maybe it takes us less beers now, you know? But it's bad because maybe we've drank so many beers and we've done damage, and we're already fucked up off a couple of beers, so it's probably, maybe that's not healthy.
Yeah, God, sorry that happened.
The voice thing, it happens, man. We're sorry.
Yeah, and we could bleep it out, but let's be natural in that.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. We're going on beer 4 1/3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so finish the Dave thing.
All right. Sip of beer. Okay, so, what happened with Dave? You know, as I said, 10 years ago, he said something like, maybe he's starting to feel a different way. And then in the last couple of years, we've, you know, at work, we've heard him say a couple of things kind of like, oh, these, you know, these black kids at work, and I mean, on my street where I live, and they're causing trouble, and, you know, and you know, and the thing is, and I hate to say it, but a lot of white people do this.
Yeah. And, you know, and for us to even talk about this to another white person sometimes, I don't know if it's just white people, but it just seems like right away they're like, what do you mean? That's not, you know, they start kind of not understanding what we're saying. Like, oh, why are you getting so offended so easily? Because, I don't know, maybe we see, I don't know, I'm not saying we see it from the other end either. We just see it from our end, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, as soon as people start saying shit like that, like, oh, these people, or these specific people, you know, like, all right, so we heard Dave start saying shit like this, and we've heard this from other people before, man. We've been talking to somebody that before that was, this has happened a bunch of times in our life. We start talking to somebody, and they see us, and we live in this little frail old boy, right?
Yeah, right. But okay, but what they see, if we're being based on what they're actually seeing, is this little white boy.
Yeah, well, it's an old boy now, but yeah. And so the problem sometimes that white people have is they think that if they're in a group of other white people, or at least people that look white enough to them, they think they're white.
Yeah, right. You never know for sure. People are mixed.
Yeah. They'll think, oh, it's okay to talk racist, you know, because all these other people understand. And to us, it's like, first of all, you're being racist, so you're being mean to other people. And secondly, you're even judging your own color because, or what you think is your own color, you know. I mean, everybody's a different color. White people and black people are still different shades and different colors, man. Everybody's a different fucking color. Judging people of color is the dumb, just, you know, I mean, do you not hear how stupid that is? You know?
Yeah.
So, and that's where we've always, like, kind of heard this shit from the inside, you know, because on the outside, okay, we look like a white boy, which we mostly are, and we did that haiku, right? I think we already did this on a commentary, but we'll do it again. We'll get to that, right?
Yeah, we'll try to get to that. We'll, you know, try to remember.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like, people think, and maybe this happens with other people of other colors too, but we've seen this being this color, that, you know, again, I mean, you're judging your own color too. I think it's like, okay, we look white, and some other white person comes in and thinks they can talk racist, against people of other colors because they see the same color or a similar color to their color, and just because of that, they think that everyone's going to share the same brain and agree with that, and have the same opinion, and that's just so dumb.
Right.
I just don't get that. Sip a beer.
All right. Losing train of thought a little bit.
Yeah, let's try to kick it up with a little more beer. That should work against us, but sometimes it actually helps.
Yeah, sometimes. It's 50-50.
Yeah. I think it worked.
All right, go.
So we've seen this from the inside because apparently there are a lot of people that, and maybe these people are like used to other people, They see someone of a similar color of theirs, they can start talking racist shit because maybe they think the other person will understand. Because maybe that's because maybe oftentimes they do, But they come across someone who every once in a while who doesn't think that way,
Yeah, right. We're not going to start just bashing other people. Oh no, we got a mind of our own. This is how we think. And sometimes people don't like that.
No, it's like George Carlin said, he's got this really moron thing he does called thinking. We try to do that too, even though we often say we have no mind and we're brainless and stupid and full of beer and shit and can't think. But apparently I don't know if we do or not, but we try to.
Yes, that is the one thing I will vouch for. We always try. We may not accomplish anything or be good at anything or be smart. We never say anything we do is good. But we will say we always try. I think that's fair to say.
Well, yeah. I mean, we put all this energy into things that most of which never get heard. Even the things we post hardly get heard. Plus, there's things we do that we don't ever even post because it's our own shit. And fuck the world, man. It's our own shit. And we can keep it to ourselves if we want to.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. All right. So anyway, we're like 42 and a half minutes in here, Son. Let's finish the Dave story.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. And so are we.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So we were cool with Dave, except for a couple things we'd started overhearing. And so last year, basically what happened was, last December, we overheard him talking to our friend Scott at work, and we were walking up from another department, trying to make Findy sound important, not important, but like official. Findy department.
Yeah. Come on, dude. Get this story going.
All right. So it was about middle last December. We're walking back to Ryko where we work with Scott, and Dave's over there telling Scott a story, and we get up there, and he's talking about how some kids in his neighborhood had broken the windshield, busted his windshield in on his van. And we walked, right as we were walking up, we heard Dave say something like that he had seen one of the kids' arms come back like he was about to throw something. So we thought, Dave, if he saw the kids, we thought maybe he caught him. So we go up, we overhear the story, we go, hey, so we asked Dave, so did you catch the kids? And he said no. And that's when he said, no, I didn't catch them because if I did, there'd be 2 black spots laying on the ground or something like that. Something, racist, not just, derogatory, or not derogatory. That was derogatory. I mean,
juvenile kids.
Right. And, so, instead of just saying, okay, stupid asshole kids, whatever, he had to throw the race thing in. Again, and like I said, Dave was always a cool guy for a lot of years, but we'd heard a couple of things out of his mouth in the last few years before this incident last year that we kind of raised an eyebrow to, and we kind of brushed it off, but, this was kind of the last straw for us. We heard this again, and we just kind of let him have it a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah, he said that shit, like, and he's like, oh yeah, if I caught these kids, there'd be 2 black spots, because they're black kids, and, and all that bullshit, you know. So we just kind of looked at him, we're like, you're fucking racist, man. And apparently he did not like to hear that. He didn't, you know, that did not make him happy. And we have realized that he was already pissed off because, of course, anyone bashes your window in, it's not like you're going to be happy. We understand that. But he threw the fucking race thing in, and we're not down with that shit. So we told him, well, you're fucking racist. And he, he could have been mad and brushed it off, but he took off and fucking ran, right?
Yeah. He just took off and ran. He just started going off. You know, oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. I am racist. And black people don't mean shit. They're all worthless fucking people. And I'm telling you, I wish we had a recording of this.
Yeah. And we're not the kind of people that are going to go out and get revenge and bust them out. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Nature will take care of things, whatever. We can't, we couldn't do that if we tried anyway, just leave it be, Even Tom, we work with Tom. Tom's a black dude. And he would say probably the same thing. Like, he actually, Tom told us this a long time ago. We first started at Indy, that I just take things with a grain of salt, and that's probably a good way to be. At least don't raise your blood pressure for no fucking reason. Not for no reason, but don't let things get to you, even if they do get to you. Yeah, it pisses you off, but don't let it raise your blood pressure. Don't let it make you unhealthy. Don't let it take over your life, control your life, kind of like the politics are doing with people right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. Another thing we got written down and we wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that happened, and we're just like, motherfucker, Yeah, he could have just had an argument for a minute there and, okay, end it, walk away from each other. So he did that shit. He went off on a tangent. He took off and ran with it, like we said. So finally, we're just like, you know what? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of this area. Go away. Just go away. And finally he did. And then he came back a minute later and said some other shit like, oh, if you're related to those guys, you better tell them to watch out or behave themselves or whatever. And, and again, that's a racist thing. Oh, wait a minute. Because, okay, let me back up a little bit. He started going off on that shit, and we told him, look, motherfucker, first of all, we don't appreciate that. We don't like that either way. But we are actually part black. We do have a small percentage of African in us, okay?
Yeah, we do. We discussed that. We're black Russian. Yeah. It's on another, let's recap that real quick. When we were little kids, we were told that we were Irish, German, Polish, Bohemian, and black Russian. And we used to ask, well, what is the black Russian? And people used to tell us it's a drink, dummy, But no, it's actually, it's a race, and it's a small, we have a small percentage of it, but we do have a percentage of it, and even if we didn't have it at all, I don't think we'd feel any different than we do now about the race thing anyway.
Right. But because, I agree. But because we do, it's like, okay, dude, you really are insulting us. You were actually insulting a race. And just because our skin color isn't brown or black, as you call it, and it's a small percentage, well, you wouldn't go and tell this shit to a guy that to you looked fully black, would you?
No, there's no way Dave's going to go up to Tom and say the same shit he said to us. And the whole thing is, color doesn't fucking matter. This is the whole point. Color doesn't matter. It's what's in your heart that matters, and what you believe and what you feel. And if we're being offended by this guy cutting down black people, then obviously we were offended too. Now we understand he was already cut. We understand that we fueled his fire while he was already pissed off beforehand, right?
Right. But what Dave will never understand is that he offended us. Because we do have some black blood in us, and even if we didn't, we don't. The point is, a completely, somebody that didn't have any black blood in him could still be just as pissed off. Now, I don't think they could be as pissed off. I think, to actually be born somebody else, the only life you're ever going to know what it's really like to live is your own, regardless of color,
Exactly. There's good and bad to everything, and there's unfair shit, and sometimes there's a little bit of luck. You know, and it's just chemistry and circumstance again, right?
Yeah. Actually, I think that the title of that album is better than the album itself. I mean, you know, chemistry and circumstance could say a lot. And we try to do that with our last album, with that album, but I think it could have been done better by somebody who, you know, was way more professional in music. Just like give a professional musician that title, they'd probably do something better than we did with it.
Maybe. So anyway, there's a little bit more to this Dave story's on.
Oh yeah, so, all right, so 3 months went by. Dave didn't say a word to us. So one day, we went up to him. We decided, you know, we knew this guy for over 20 years. He was always cool for the most part, except for a few things that came out of his mouth we didn't like. But otherwise, he was always a nice guy. So we thought he was a person of enough worth to make up with. Okay? Put it that way.
Yeah.
So like I said, 3 months went by, he didn't say a word. So finally he's sitting there at lunch one day. We went up to him and said, look. Said, hey man, can we end this bullshit? And he goes, what shit? And he's not looking at the guy we live in, okay? He's not looking at us he's not eye to eye with us. He's kind of looking off. Doesn't look at us when he says it, and he goes, what shit? And we kind of thought, well, what do you mean what shit? You haven't said a word 3 months after this argument we had. That shit, motherfucker, you know? Come on.
Yeah.
So, sip of beer. All right. So we're like, you know, that shit, you know, can we stop this feud we have going? Can we just, you know, bygones, you know, be friends again, you know? And he goes, okay. But he's still not looking at us. And we stuck our hand out to shake, like, you know. And we even said something to him like, come on, we miss making fun of people with you, you know. And at that point, we still thought that he was a nice enough guy that would keep. By then, 3 months gone by. Come on, all right, it's over with. Like, you know, bury the hatchet. You know, it's in the past. Let's just laugh again, and you know, let's make things comfortable with each other. We're being in each other's environments. Let's just make this comfortable again. You know.
You're right. Exactly.
And so we stick out our hand to shake, and he shakes with us, but again, not looking at us. And he kind of looks off in the air and goes, okay. So we're kind of like, okay. So we walk away and thinking, I don't know. Did he really mean that or not? So the next day or two, we're back there painting. And he used to always come back there to when he wanted to sneak a cigarette. And we noticed he's not coming back there anymore. So he's still avoiding us. So the long story, you know, the thing is, even after all this shit, and even though we still think he's in the wrong, we know he's in the wrong because he's being fucking racist. We don't like that, you know?
Yeah. And we even though we still reached out, even though we're still pissed that he's being fucking racist, we still thought, well, you know, Dave, we knew him a long time. He seems like a nice enough guy that he could at least, even then, still get past this bullshit at least, and just be cool again. And no, he still avoids us, and to this day, and next month will be a year anniversary since we had this feud with Dave, and apparently, we found out something about Dave that we didn't know before. That he is someone that will, if you have an argument with him one time, he will hold a grudge with you forever. Or maybe it depends on the argument, you know. Maybe he is so much maybe he's way more of a racist than we ever even could imagine. Maybe, you know, first of all, I think he's so pissed off because we didn't side with him because in his mind he's probably thinking, you know, these assholes broke my windshield. How are you not sympathizing with me? And all of a sudden you're gonna yell at me, and fuck that if I'm being mean towards other people or whatever. You should still be on my side. That should be bigger, you know, than a larger thing than anything else, you know. And you know, if he wasn't being racist, we would have totally been on his side, you know. We were on his side until he opened his mouth about that shit, you know.
Exactly. So it goes to show. You never know about people, and this comes back a million fucking times to our distrust in fucking people. Sorry, that's, you know, anyone, you know, and we've been stabbed in the back by several people, not literally, thank goodness.
Not yet.
Yeah, life isn't over yet.
Yeah.
But it's hard to trust people. You know, the thing with Dave was, you know, in the end, we're like, well, you know what, fuck you. Okay, we've known you 23 years. We were trying to hold your friendship value high enough that we thought you were a cool enough person that even with an argument, you get over it. Fucking Damon gets over shit.
Yeah, Damon. Another guy we work with who is, oh my God, thinks it's 200 years ago. And he's, all into things that we are not into, like beliefs and in the politics and shit like that, Even that guy, though, will get over things. You could have an argument with him about racism or politics or something and disagree. And we think he's an asshole for a lot of his opinions, but still, that dude at least gets over things. So we used to think like he was the biggest asshole at Vindy where we work. And apparently, Damon's actually moved to number 2 because Dave's the biggest asshole now because of that, We offered him a bygones, man. We gave him a peace offering. He didn't go for it. Apparently, that is such an important thing to him that we should have agreed with him because with his views because we're a similar color. Well, fuck you, man. We can't do it. And call us whatever you want. There's a lot of names for, people that think this way. Traitors or, I don't know. Not traitors. I don't even know. Let these people figure it out. They already have the names, so fuck them,
Yeah, exactly. All right, so are we done with the fucking Dave thing yet?
Yes. We have like 23 minutes left of this thing. We gotta wrap it up. I mean, cover the rest of what we wanted to cover here.
Yes. All right, we did the weather report, racist thing with Dave. Talked about our new songs coming up.
Oh. Okay. Sip of beer. Do you want to do a quick song or something?
We should. Well, I don't know. Let's keep talking.
Okay. Let's just throw this in here. Have you seen these shirts? We saw this came up on when you're on Facebook and there's always ads. And that's a weird thing because when you go on Amazon, you're looking at something on Amazon and then you go on Facebook, you'll see ads for the thing you looked up. It's all linked, man. We're all fucking wired here.
Yeah, but we already knew that.
Yeah. Pretty much we did, but then it's still just weird when you actually see it. It's like, oh wow, there's the truth.
Yeah.
We got a burp sound.
All right.
A raw burp.
Yes.
All right, so we saw this ad for these. You always see these new fashions. Sometimes they're cool, sometimes they're weird, whatever. We saw these shirts that look like the pattern of a steak, and I'm not sure if that's even what it's supposed to look like, but it looks exactly like a steak, like the white and red, that pattern. Like an uncooked steak, though.
Yeah, it's weird. It actually kind of looks like some of the dog treats look,
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, that too.
The problem is with some of these sessions we do here is sometimes we don't get cooking until the last 20 minutes anyway. So even if somebody was going to listen to this, even if they got, let's say, 5 or 10 minutes in, even if they got an hour in, they're not going to hear the last 20 minutes. It's probably some of our best material. Maybe we just chop the shit up and throw the 20 minutes out. That's good,
You never know. It's an idea. If we ever get bored, we could sit here for weeks if we ever have that kind of time and just chop everything up and do that,
Yeah.
All right. So that's the steak shirt thing. All right, so we've discussed the jury duty thing that we're going to have to do. That is a week from tomorrow, right?
Yes, and we kind of looked this up the other day. We weren't really specifically looking for this. We were just looking for information on jury duty, having to go do it, what to expect, all that shit. We came across something like how to avoid jury duty, which we already did for 8 years, but now,
Yeah, we just blew it off for 8 years. That's how we avoided it. But now we kind of, I don't know, because it's kind of finally caught up to us. We kind of can't do that anymore.
Yeah, right. I guess that's what happened. But, so anyway, we're looking up just information on it. We come across this how to avoid it, how to not get picked, how to and shit like that, how to get out of it as fast as you can. And what it was saying was, like, wear shirts that have letters on it, like things that you like your opinions of things, or just like, or like religious. Wear a shirt with a religious opinion on it or something like that, which I don't know. That could go either way in a courtroom.
Yeah, depending on Congress, depending on who's the president, and right now that could go a bad way.
Yeah, because right now, this Trump thing, they're trying to go on all this biblical, legal, biblical laws and shit like that. Just seems to be, anyway. Seems to be what some of the Republicans do, but I don't know. Not blaming all of them, but this one for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, and there's, we're reading this, it's like, yeah, do things like that. And the last thing it says on there is, like, bling it up. Bling it up. So, I don't know, wear a lot of jewelry. But then if we go through the metal detectors, I don't know how that's going to work.
Well, in 2013, it was 2013, we had to go to Markham Courthouse a few times because we were to go through the divorce. By then, we had at least 1 or 2 piercings. And we were kind of wondering, like, is the metal detector, what's going to happen with that, man? Like, we hope we don't have to take them out. But we went through the metal detector. It didn't go off, and none of the guards came up to us with a wand and gave us a wand job or nothing either,
Yeah, the wand job. Come here, give me a wand job. It's a WJ. If anybody wants to know what a WJ is, it's when you go into a courthouse and they give you the wand job.
Yeah, there you go. Just made that up, but I guess it works.
Hell yeah.
Right, so anyway, we're thinking, like, what do we do here? I mean, really, we don't think that this guy we live in looks like someone that they're going to want to have on a jury or in a court case. So we got to steal this from George Carlin. He was talking about the guy on the airplane with the Grateful Dead shirt and the fuck you hat. So we thought maybe we should walk in there with our G.G. Allin shirt. It says G.G. Allin's picture of him, like, sitting on a railroad track drinking a bottle of whiskey or something. And a fuck you hat.
Yeah, we don't actually have the fuck you hat, but we got, I don't know. The thing is, you walk in there, you get picked for jury. They still, I think the thing is, once they answer, they read your little questionnaire thing that you filled out. How many kids do you have, or the application we did years ago. I don't know if that's still got something to do with anything to do with anything, It's like, all right, we're not registered voter. Years ago, we used to hear that registered voters didn't get picked for jury duty. So that's part of the reason why we didn't register.
Yeah, that was almost probably a larger reason than just not because we weren't, I mean, maybe, honestly, if it wasn't for the jury duty thing, we may have become voters. I don't know.
Yeah, I would probably be more up to vote if I never had to go to shit. If I knew if they told me if you become a registered voter, then you never have to go to jury duty, I would do it.
Well, yeah, but just to avoid jury duty. Still not because you really want to vote, though.
No, it's not that I'd believe in it if I thought it really made a difference, It's just, I can't find that in my heart, in my mind, to really believe that. I mean, we're just a bunch of cockroaches to these bigwigs out there who are in control of anything anyway. They're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do anyway. I think voting is just an illusion for people that think they're in charge. I don't know. Maybe we're just stupid and it really works,
Yeah, that's right. That's the thing. We feel like we're so stupid anyway that, I don't know. We don't understand enough about it that even if we voted for somebody, we wouldn't know if we did the right thing anyway. Maybe the next day we'd read something and be like, oh fuck, we should have voted for the other person. We would have. It's like trying to read directions. We'd fuck it up anyway, right?
Probably.
So that's kind of the whole thing on that, So anyway, we're going to go to this jury duty a week from tomorrow. And hopefully we don't get picked for a case, I kind of feel like we won't. Like we've never been registered voters and we don't have any kids and we don't really, the biggest thing we care about is these people staying out of our front room. I mean, whatever happens, and I think that's what a lot of people want, really what it comes down to. You know, it's like, okay, we're voting somebody out, so they stop fucking with us while we're sitting in our front room, just trying to live in our own habitat, our own environment, and it's a self, you know, what the fuck's the word, Son?
Indulgent, not. I don't know. It's just you care about your own habitat more than anything. I mean, you care about the environment, but why do you care about the environment? It's a human flaw. Humans are fucking self. It's a selfish thing, you know. Really, what it comes down to is just leave us alone, you know, and lower our taxes, or else we have money and we'll pay more taxes if you can get this done with the money. It just comes down to all these things, you know. But for us, it's just we don't feel like we're in charge anyway, you know. But we can go out and vote, but I mean, like we said last night, I think the biggest reason people vote is to make themselves feel better. They feel like, well, if I didn't vote. Especially like if they didn't vote and then the person they wanted to win didn't win, they'd really feel like shit, you know. Damn it, you know, if I'd have voted, maybe that one vote would have counted.
Yeah. That's it. And they'll never know for sure though. There's no way that can be proven to them that that one vote would have mattered or not, you know. I mean, okay, let's say somebody votes for somebody and the polls come in and it's literally somebody wins by one vote. That would kill them. If the person that they wanted to win didn't win and they lost by one vote, they'd be kicking themselves in the ass.
Well, yeah, but then it'd still be a tie, wouldn't it? What do they do if there's a tie?
I don't know. A re-election? I'm not sure. I don't know. We're not sure. We didn't pay enough attention in school. We haven't Googled these things enough, so that's all we can tell you, you know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sip of beer.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think we only got one thing left written down here, Zan, that we didn't cover, and we should play a song and take a bathroom break. So that's gonna have to be another one of our songs.
Fuck it. Do we play anything that isn't our song tonight?
No, I think this has actually been a full HeelerZ thing. There'll be no disclaimers in this one unless we throw someone else's thing in here in the next few minutes. We've only got about 12 minutes to go here, Zan. Believe it or not.
It really is crazy. It seems like, you know, we start with the sessions here, you know, seems like some time went by and we look and it's only a few minutes, you know, and then all of a sudden, damn, we did an hour already. I don't know how the hell it happens.
Well, I think alcohol is a partial aid in that. A few beers. This is another one where we kind of drank a few more, you know, during it, and we drank more, like at least more than one beer during this session. So I don't know. Everything's a factor, I guess. You know, it's all chemistry and circumstance, man.
Yeah.
So okay, let's pick a tune. Let's pick a Christmas song, Zon, because it's November 8th, which it's not Christmas yet, but we're getting there. Here's some of our 2010 album. It was a Christmas, well, winter songs. Some of them are Christmas songs. It was our 2010 project. Basically a holiday album. Let's do Linus and Lucy.
Yeah, okay, this is our rendition of Linus and Lucy. It's one of those Charlie Brown songs. If you don't know, it's the one that goes do 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 do. That one.
Yeah, that one. We got a burp sound.
Roll.
Roll. Another one of those roll burps. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here's our rendition, HeelerZ rendition. We weren't called HeelerZ then, but we are now. So at this point, we just consider everything we've ever done HeelerZ.
Yeah, right. We might as well establish that. It's a good thing.
Yeah. So here's Linus and Lucy by HeelerZ. by the way, we made a lot of the songs we did on this album. They're almost all covers, but we tried to put kind of our own made-up bits in with their, try to make it our own thing, and all that. But a lot of these songs, the bass line did the main part, and the guitar did kind of like just the riff, whereas most songs would be reversed. We learned that from bands like Mike Watts, Minutemen, Fire Hose, and then also Primus, stuff like that. Or
even like Rush, and
Yeah, right. Hit of Greenie Sig.
What?
Hit of Greenie Sig.
Oh, hit. Oh, all right. I gotcha. Hit of Greenie Sig. All right. And that was that. Linus and Lucy. A cover by HeelerZ. I forgot who wrote it. We had figured all that out in 2010 when we did that album, but we don't know it now.
No. We can look it up, but we're not going to right now.
No.
All right.
Okay, so it is. It's 11:32 and 48 seconds p.m. Thursday, November 8th, 2018. I'm Jamie Robin Richardson. I'm here with, what's your name, man?
John Martin Richardson, and we are both here with BeanZ LovE Richardson, our canine companion hero. We're now an hour and 13 minutes into this. We still got another about 6.5 minutes to go, so what the hell you want to do?
I say we hit this and get another beer.
Good idea. I think we talked about enough by now, so we just relax and just talk about nothing again.
Yeah. Oh, there was something I want to bring up. Okay, like, people need to, stop letting politics run their life, man. Like, we understand it's an important thing, but you can't let it be everything in your life, Like, you see the stuff on Facebook, And as much as we make fun of, all this me stuff and, oh, here's me and look at my family, blah, 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 we would still rather see that. We'd still rather at least see people just posting pics and whatever, about their own environment, what's going on with their family. We'd rather see that than them posting, this political shit all the time. And we get, it's definitely something that affects people. All we're saying is don't let it completely take your fucking life over, man, And social media is just one example. It's just that, I'm always saying that because that's where you see it,
Yeah, right.
And I mean, some of our friends, years ago, last year, years ago, or you see it come and go, really. For a while it's just, this is our family, this is what we did today, blah, 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 blah. And then for a while, then all of a sudden it gets interrupted, for a month or a couple of months or however long it lasts. All of a sudden they're just talking about politics. And of course, it's like, just don't make that 100%, I mean, we get that's part of it, but don't let that take over 100% of what's going on in your life and your own deal, Still do your own thing, man. Don't let politics fucking ruin your thing, ruin your own habitat, whatever, however you live your life. Keep, like you said, the kids say, you do you.
Yeah, you do you.
Which could also mean, go fuck yourself, I guess. If you want to, tell somebody off, hey, go do you. Go fuck yourself.
Right, and that's never been the worst threat anyway. Go fuck yourself? Really? It's not like they're saying, go kill yourself.
Yeah, I would say somebody, told us to go fuck ourselves. Well, that wouldn't be the worst punishment as...
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Okay, we'll go home and masturbate, I guess. Instead of putting a gun to our head.
Yeah. Yeah. And not that we have enough energy to do either of those things. You know?
Yeah, we usually just pass out on ourselves.
Yeah. Hey, you want a honey?
Yeah, but, you know.
Yeah, good night. It's about how it works around here, man.
Yeah, but this is our entertainment. This is us. This is us having an orgasm right here. Doing these commentaries, entertaining ourselves, being a fucking weirdo. We don't care. We get off on that, you know. People think it's weird, whatever. Who gives a fuck, you know? They don't have to live this life.
No. But that's the point. Everybody, just do what you want to do. Short of, like, killing a bunch of people, you know. As long as you're not fucking with, you know, not making someone else's life hell, then do what you want to do, you know.
Yep, pretty much. Hit a greeny cig.
Hit oh greeny cig. Here we go. Yeah, so I guess that's what we're saying, you know. Believe what you want, but don't let it hurt others or yourself.
Yes.
Let me just wrote that down. I that's like the one thing I just like read word for word. We didn't always do this. This is kind of a new thing. We starting to actually just jot down some notes here and there to keep us going on the commentaries, like things like we talked earlier, like we listened back to when we recorded the night before, and then oh shit, we forgot to mention this or that. So we're actually starting to like do some notes, which it's kind of stupid for us to like tell you that though.
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I mean, if we wanted this to really sound like a show, like it's really two people, we shouldn't say that, you know. We shouldn't tell them we have notes. We shouldn't admit that we're not really two people.
Yeah. Maybe one day we will just start doing it that way. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe we should just stop talking altogether about the guy we live in and just pretend like, yeah, it is Jamie and Don, two people. Never mention that it isn't, and we could do that.
We do whatever we want. At least in the audio world, we can.
Yeah, in the audio world.
So yeah, I mean, so I guess in the end, the thing is, you know, just try to keep the politics out of your own front room, you know. You know, enjoy yourself a little bit. Don't let people take shit over, you know. Take over your life. Do your thing, you know.
Yes.
Alright, Kazan, it's almost time to call it. We got 1 minute to go.
Alright, let's play, let's do something real quick here.
Yeah, like really quick. Here we go. This is damn it. This is called leftoverS Part 2. This was our first attempt to write the song leftoverS. It ended up being a different song, but we'd saved this unfinished ditty here. So here you go. And we'll close with this. So, okay, I am Jamie's Robin Richardson.
I am Zon Martin Richardson. We're here with BeanZ LovE Richardson. And this was a HeelerZ bullshit session or something like that.
Yeah, we'll figure out the title later.
Yes.
So, oh, and it's 11:39, 37 seconds p.m. Thursday, November 8th, 2018. And that's that for tonight. Good night.
Good night.
Just to